Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're going to be rescaping the 5-gallon Betta bowl. I'm getting my water jugs filled up right now that I use for water changes on my tanks. We got Bub and Echo hanging out here. Little girl somewhere. And I also want to get this bag of sand. We got to be careful with Bub here because he's a proven killer with my birds. So we got to make sure he doesn't get any of the birds that hop the fence. There's little girl. You got to stay close, Bub. We have a few chickens free ranging right now. There's the geyser. Puppy, you're always so picturesque. I'm gonna get this sand all rinsed out and clean so I can top off the turtle tank, and we'll head inside and do the Betta bowl. All right, we got some clean sand now for the turtle tank. It does take a lot of water to clean the sand out, but the water that drains into the ground here goes down to an underground sump pit that I have, and it gets pumped back into the pond via geyser. So not all that water is wasted. All right, here is the turtle tank. They've been doing great in here. They're very energetic now that they're up in this tank. They've been moving around and they follow me back and forth whenever I walk by the tank. Oh, buddy. And they've really been enjoying their basking area up on the log. How you doing? Yeah, you're comfy. But they've been doing some redecorating in there, so I want to get that sand in there a lot thicker so they're not kicking it up and maybe exposing the soil. And then I can bury some of the plants a little deeper and maybe they'll stay in place for a little bit longer. Huh, bud? I've been checking the comments for names on these guys, and I think the best one we had so far was Cheech and Chong. These are two older turtles. They're about 15 years old already, and one is a little bit chubbier than the other. But we had one commenter say Cheech and Chong, and I think that was the best one that I heard. Right beside the turtles is the Betta bowl that we're going to be rescaping today. I do have baby guppies in here growing out, as well as one black molly. The black molly is going to have to come out, and I think I'm going to put her with Scar in the 29-gallon. But I think I'll be able to rescape this with the baby guppy fry still in there. I'm not going to be taking everything out. I want to use all the beneficial bacteria and everything that this tank has been collecting over the past year or so that it's been up. But it's still going to get a full remodel. And you guys got a front row seat, huh? Yeah, I'm going to change your view. I don't have a betta fish right now. I've been holding off until I get this bowl rescaped. My last one was a red betta fish named V. It was a male and it passed away unexpectedly. And I've been wanting to get another one ever since, but I wanted to rescape the bowl before that happened. Oh, little girl, you're kind of stinky. You got sprayed by a skunk this morning. Yeah, that's why I had to go get you and bathe you today. Yeah. You're not supposed to play with those black and white kitties. The bowl right now has a base layer of aquarium soil and it's covered up with some black sand and tiny gravel. I had some live plants planted in there, but they kind of died back. Right now I do have some hornwort floating around, as well as a pothos growing out of the top. And the floating plant in there is Salvia minima. And around the back here I have some Java moss growing. And there's a floating branch of Java fern as well. Anytime I would buy plants, I'd just throw them in this bowl first. It was just kind of an easy place to throw them whenever I'd get new plants. So I'm going to clean the remnants out of here, get this glass clean from all the water spots. I'll siphon out some of the algae and debris that's on the bottom, and then we can start figuring out the new scape. Oh, Pop. No, little girl. No, Bub. Alright, now we have to catch the black molly before we stir it all up to clean the glass. Got her. And she's going to be going into the 29-gallon here. This one just has Scar. This is the first aquarium that I set up. And it's time this one gets a remodel as well, but we're not going to be doing this one yet. So she's going to move in here with Scar for a while until we get to the whole remodel of this tank. It's a well-established tank with live plants, so it's the best place for her. It just doesn't look the best right now. The temperatures in both tanks are the same, so I can just transfer her straight over and drop her right in. Be free. You're home. She's going to fit in real nicely being this dark black color just like Scar. I think she'll be okay in this tank until I can get her some friends. But the friends are going to have to start out in quarantine. All right, we got the bowl clean, and I did have to add water back in there just so we had the water level above the heater. You never want the heater turning on whenever it's not fully underwater. And this is the preferred method. Just get the bottle high enough so gravity can flow it down into the tank. I'm gonna take the log out for now and probably all these stones. Alright, now I have this piece of wood that I plan on putting inside the Betta bowl, and I've had it soaking in this water for at least over a week, but it's still not sinking. It's pretty buoyant, so I'm going to have to see how it's going to go in there, if I have to try and tie it or glue it down to a rock. But we're going to have to see how we can get this nice piece of wood in place inside the Betta bowl. This is one of the pieces that we found in the woods for free, and it's going to look really nice sticking up above the water level of the bowl. Move. I need to get there. Move. You're fine, Pop. I'm talking to the turtle. Okay, Pop. I was talking to the turtle, Pop. We'll give that one a little bit of time and it'll be nice and clear just like this one. The sand is mostly settled out of this and it is looking amazing. Got the rich dark sand in there just playing on the red in the structure of the wood. And these little guppy fry are gonna love it now. There's a lot more in here for them to swim around and discover now. And I love how it sticks right out of the top of the water. I have the stone on there for now, but I don't think that's gonna have to stay forever. But that stone is gonna have to be there for a few weeks. As the pothos grows, I think I'm gonna try and attach it to that stump as it's coming out and try and make that look like a tree. But I think this will make a really nice home for the Betta once we get one. All right, it's the next day and the turtle tank cleaned up beautifully. I love the look of the thicker sand in here now. And I tried to plant these little plants a little bit deeper so maybe the turtles won't stir them up as easy. We have Cheech up here on the basking log just looking big. And Chong over here just chilling in the water flow. And this Betta bowl is now set up and ready for a new fish. I added that Java fern back into a little crack there in the wood. We have the pothos growing down into the water. We'll have to wait and see how the moss reacts that was growing on the log before we put it in there. But we have the hornwort that's growing really nice. And I tried to save some of the Java moss, but a lot of it got sucked out with the algae. I did leave some algae behind after cleaning it, and I'm okay with that. I do want this to be a natural ecosystem, and natural water does have algae in it. A little bit of algae is just part of the ecosystem. As long as the full ecosystem is in there, the algae should remain in check. And having plants grow out of water that fish are in will help keep everything in balance. You guys can let me know what color Betta you think is going to look best in this bowl here. I know for now the baby guppies are going to enjoy it. It has a nice little cave in there and it just shoots right up through to the light. I do love using found structure out in nature. It always makes a unique scape. But that's going to be all for this one. We got another tank freshened up for the new fish room. If you want to keep following along with everything going on here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave. And you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.